G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of Flashlight Crazy. Today I'm doing a review on the Acebeam L19, but I'm comparing the Osram PM1 LED emitter with the SFT40 LED emitter. Stick around. Alrighty, so obviously on the surface, both of these lights are identical. Both have total internal reflection lenses. They're just identical. They are an identical light. The only difference is the LED emitter. So let's turn both of these on. And okay, so my exposure in the camera is not the best, but they're both, okay, so they're both on low now. On the left, I have the PM1, the Osram PM1 LED. On the right, I have the SFT40. So this is what we're comparing today. PM1 versus SFT40 in the Acebeam L19s. Because you may be wondering, which one do I choose? Which one is going to be better for hunting? Which one's going to be better just as a spot? You know, all these questions. And I just wanted to kind of bring both of them to your attention, so that if you are in the market for one of these lights, you'll be able to know, hopefully after this video, which one is better for you. Now, just off the bat, I will tell you that the SFT40 has a max output of 2,200 lumens, which is that. And that's going to run for 1 minute and 50 seconds. And then it's going to drop down to 1,600 lumens, which is going to run for 10 minutes. Then it will drop down to 1,200 lumens, which will run for 1 hour and 26 minutes. So still very, very good run times and very impressive outputs. The lowest output on turbo is 1,200 lumens. So that's really, really impressive still. But the max distance with the SFT40 is 1,083 meters because it has 293,222 candela. Okay, so that's the turbo there. The turbo on the PM1, which looks very similar through the camera, but does not look similar on the wall, but I can't look at it because it is very, very bright. The Osram PM1 has a max lumen output of 1,650 lumens, and it says on the pamphlet, on the manual, it says you're going to get that for 11 hours and 30 minutes. I don't believe that, because high at 870 lumens says you only get that for 2 hours and 15 minutes. So that's definitely a typo. And I'll just show you right there. So at the bottom there, at the bottom left there, that is the Osram white specs. And it says their turbo at 1,650 lumens, and you will get that for 11 hours and 30 minutes. Don't know how they messed that up, but I reckon it's meant to be 1 hour and 30 minutes. So, but nice to know that you do get 1,650 lumens straight. There's no step down. It's just 1,650 lumens straight for 1 hour and a half. Now, the distance that you will get on this is 1,300 meters. So 1,300 meters versus 1,083 meters. The candela ratings, this is where it's really impressive. So the candela rating in the Osram is 422,407. And the candela in the SFT40, as I said before, 293,222. So, as we're going to see in the night shots, SFT40 puts out more light, hands down, of course. But the Osram PM1 has a clearer and more far-reaching hotspot. Only difference is, at a distance of about 100 meters, 150 meters, the SFT40 is going to come out on top because it's just pushing out more light. Simple as that. But we are going to go to the night shots and test them and see how they go. But before we do that, I want to do a heat test. So this has been on for a bit, so that's good. This is the PM1. Let's see how hot this gets after about a minute. All right, 47 degrees Celsius coming out of the PM1. And look, it's not too hot. I mean, the head's pretty hot, but, you know, it's not too hot. I can hold it just fine, so I'm not too concerned about that. And, you know, it says there's no step down, so that's cool. Let's go SFT40 now, and we'll just leave it on for a sec to kind of start to heat up. All right, let's see how it goes. All right, very interesting, 42.7. So Yeah, definitely. The PM1 definitely got hotter than the SFT40. So light intensity being pushed out seems to produce more heat than overall lumen output. That's a very interesting discovery. Now, look, full disclosure, this is not, being used by friggin' NASA or whatever. This is not your top of the line, top of the range heat detector or anything like that. But, I used the same heat detector with on both of these. So that's got to count for something. I definitely thought the SFT40 was going to get hotter, 100%. But it seems that light intensity is going to generate more heat than overall lumen output. So just before we head outside and compare these outside, I just want to go over the fact that both of these lights have a side switch. You can operate the torch from the side switch. It has a battery level indicator which will stay on as long as the light is on. From off, you can access your moonlight mode. There it is. And you just press and hold, and that's going to cycle up through all of your outputs. So moonlight mode for SFT40 is 1 lumen. You get that for 62 days. Holy moly. Low is 100 lumens, which you'll get for 30 hours and 5 minutes. Medium is 300 lumens, which you'll get for 9 hours and 45 minutes. Medium 2 is 630 lumens, which you'll get for 4 hours and 8 minutes. High is 1200 lumens, which you'll get for 1 hour and 38 minutes. And then double click gets you to turbo, which is, as I said, 2200 lumens for 1.5 minutes before it starts to step down. And 123 is strobe at 1100 lumens for 2 hours and 47 minutes. But the tail cap always gets you to turbo every single time. A feature of Acebeam that I absolutely love. Now, the PM1 press and hold is going to get you to your moonlight mode as well. Moonlight mode is 1 lumen, but you're going to get 94 days, not 62 days. So, I don't know. Then pressing and holding is going to get you to low, which is 60 lumens, and you'll get that for 47 hours. Press and hold again. That's medium 1 at 220 lumens, which you'll get for 12 hours. Medium 2, 470 lumens, which you'll get for 5 hours. Then we've got high, which is 870 lumens for 2 hours and 15 minutes. And double click to turbo, which is 1650 lumens, not for 11.5 hours, but I would assume for 1.5 hours. But you do have strobe, that's 900 lumens for 3 hours. And again, tail cap is going to get you turbo every single time. So really nice to know about that. All right, let's go outside, see how they do, and then come back for some final thoughts on the Acebeam L19 SFT40 versus PM1. See you in a sec. All right, there we have the PM1 LED, and there we have the SFT40. So, PM1. We have a smaller hotspot, but the clarity is, it's pretty similar clarity at that tree because that's only about 100 meters away. But it is smaller, although it does look a bit clearer. But let's go over here where it's really far away. Now that's over 150 meters, or no, not quite. Maybe, yeah, it probably is actually. Anyway, SFT40, PM1. SFT40. PM1. Yeah, so the PM1's getting further, definitely. It's got more clear hotspot at the distance that I'm shining. It does become quite shadowy, the SFT40 there at that distance, whereas the PM1 seems to cut a little bit further through the darkness. PM1 here, SFT40. Only thing about the SFT40 is because there's so much more light coming out of it, it is a bit more helpful, particularly in the surrounding of the hotspot. It's got some nice bleeding, whereas the PM1 doesn't, but that is a good shot. So that is a very clear example of the hotspot in the PM1 is more clear. The clarity of the hotspot in the PM1 is there. That's the PM1, check it out. And now SFT40. It's bigger, a lot of light, but it is a bit more shadowy or milky or whatever. Back to the tree. SFT40 here. PM1. Koala searching. SFT40. Yeah, bigger hotspot, more light, but PM1 is tighter. So yeah, what would you choose? I don't know. PM1, SFT40. If I wanted to pinpoint something at a further distance, definitely the PM1. If I didn't care too much about distance and wanted to just kind of light up things more, SFT40. All right, see ya. Alrighty, so night shots. Well, what I noticed is that the peripheral light on both of these lights is very impressive. Very impressive. I really love total internals for that reason. But there's more coming out of the SFT40. Absolutely. So if you want a light that can obviously shoot a long way, but peripheral light is important to you, go the SFT40 would be my suggestion. But if you want something that can reach that little bit extra distance and you're not too worried about peripheral light or lumen outputs or anything like that, then the PM1's definitely for you. However, what we saw in the park, or what I took from the night shots, was that the SFT40 is doing everything the PM1 can do with more light at a distance of, 100, 150 meters. It's not until you stretch that distance out beyond 150 meters where you're really going to see the PM1 triumph over the SFT40. So I definitely would suggest working out what distance, approximately what distance you want to be using these lights at. Because if it is around the 100, 150 meter mark, then the SFT40 is doing everything the PM1 can do, but it's offering you more light, more peripheral light, more light on the hotspot, just more light in general. But the PM1 certainly has a really clear hotspot, very tight, beautiful beam. It's Osram PM1. It's a beautiful LED. So look, both of these lights right now are available at lightshop.com.au. I will link them both in the description separately. I think they're coming in at about $220 or something like that from last memory. But what I will do is I will put down a discount code to get you 10% off that. So go check them out, see if you want one. Look, my choice is probably going to be the PM1, to be honest. I'm not too, oh God, this is hard because I do like the peripheral light coming out of the SFT40, but I don't know. I just think that especially the 1650 lumens straight for an hour and a half is really appealing to me. I know it got hotter than the SFT40, but I don't know. So I don't need a crazy amount of light. I do like the idea of shooting the PM1 further and still maintaining clarity of hotspot further than the SFT40. So look, my choice is going to be the PM1 Osram, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks very much for watching, and until next time, stay cool and stay safe. See ya.